when you have to be turning away students from school, 600 in one school, because you don't have enough desks and chairs, and we're talking about education, and it's such a big thing. It boggles my mind. I don't understand it. Please, somebody explain to me how that is something that measures to success. How does it measure to success when you have to take your own linen to the hospital and you better take your own medicine? How does it? Is that progress? Is it progress when 600 students have to go home every day because you don't have enough desks and chairs? And then, of course, the blame game. The ministry said that the school didn't turn in their request until late, and they turned in for 200. Then if it's 600 students, they have to turn away. No, you want me to tell you something? The level of incompetence in Jamaica is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, because the ministry is saying that the school turned in the request late and they turned in for 200. So what about the school itself? It's only 200 they say they need when it's 600 students they are turning away. Come on, give me a break. All of this sound like it's not even a Nancy story, because a Nancy story is an intelligent story if you really listen to it properly. I don't even know what is it. This is a cow jump over the moon. That's all I can say. It's a cow jump over the moon. Because I guess there are really people out there. Just like how there are people who really believe that Jamaica is doing so well, are probably the same people who do believe that the cow did jump over the moon. Because I can't understand it. How are we doing so well when fires are raging all over the place and there's one fire truck? And I want to take time out here now to really applaud the members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. You have done a fantastic job with the lack of tools that you have in your possession. And there are so many of them. You know, we're talking about big up. That's who I want to big up this morning. The members of the Jamaica Fire Department, who under some circumstances, sometimes when I see a fire truck passing and I know that there is Fireman White and Barnesy and Neville and all of these people, and I say, Father, just take care of them, because this is a very dangerous job. And then when you see them come and when you see them and it's 95 degrees out there and they have on all of this fireproof heavy clothes, man, I don't know, but no, the government paying no good. They need to respect no more. But you know what? The only time I go and respect no is when their personal house burning down. It's the only time. Because it's not about you. It's all about the power that they want. And they have to have it. They have to have this power. This is what makes them. Some people drink rum, some people smoke herb. But power is what makes some people get very high. They get high off of that. I guess by now, most of you have seen the video of the policeman down there in, where was it? Was it St. Elizabeth? Yesterday? You never know about it? Yesterday, which planet you upon? You never know about the policeman who got to shut down the dance? Sandra, beg you come here a minute for me, please. Come in and know with Cassidy there. You never hear about the policeman who got to turn off the dance? And then the next thing him the dep on the stage DJing. And I talk about say what him would do with him 16. Then you need to go up on the something YouTube and look on it. You actually see it? And the man, what? Yes. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, wow. This is what we've come to. Now I'm going to make myself very clear. Me deal with culture. And I have to really balance the thing. Because I'm saying to myself, he handled the situation, which could have been volatile, by going there to turn off the dance or whatever it was. So I can understand that he could make a bad situation, make the most out of it, get on the stage and DJ the community relations part. I have no problem with that, because it is nice. The police force, they are members of the community. And trust me, when I think of some officers that I know, them is some nice people. And we have had them at thing. And yes, but I know one in particular. Yes, when the Nyabingi start and everybody have burn out Babylon, who you thinking they burn out Babylon to? Not him too, but now call for him name. And when him said to me, Sister P, you need for have it 2 times a year. You think him business? He loves the drumming, he having a great time. But guess what? His gun is not exposed for somebody to go take it out of the holster, which is what I found a problem. And nobody feels anything now to about shoot nobody there, so. But I found a problem with the fact that his gun is behind him almost, and him just dip on the stage. I had a problem with the lyrics that he was using, because he was telling the youth what he would do with him 16. As I go. It was gun lyrics. And then you have people applauding him. But my next question is, was he the only officer that was sent to turn off the dance? That there was not another officer that could have got to him and tap him on his shoulder and say, brethren, change the lyrics. You know, we're doing good, but the lyrics not right. So I found it very frightening, very, very frightening. On top of the fact that one of the new bikes that them get, the police get some new bikes. And guess what? Them thief one from back of the stations, man, the thief one. Me talk about the breadfruit and the plantain when I'm a thief out of my yard. My yard is not a police station. Yeah, I'm just going to thief one at the back there. This is it. Well, 60 new bags the police get. And get one down in St. Elizabeth Junction, St. Elizabeth, and park it on the back and somebody thief it. I tell you. You know, I want people to know, because a lot of people figure, you see, that some of us are not independent thinkers in Jamaica. If you don't wear orange, you must wear green. If you go to church, you're a good smaddy, and if you don't go to church, you don't believe in a God. If you talk about Africa, you're Rastafari, and it just goes on. You just get put into these boxes. So I was reading, just to let people know that one of the things that motivated me to come back to Jamaica, and one of the persons was Michael Manley. Let's get the record straight, okay? Because at the time he was talking about socialism. And I really believe, and I still believe, because socialism, people like to say communism and this and the this and the that and the what. No, so you go. It means basically that you care about the people of the country and you make sure that their needs are met. So it was interesting for me to read by none other than Michael Burke in the newspaper, where that Orville Taylor, who some of you might know who he is, and Orville says that the People's National Party should go back to its roots. And Louis Moiston says that the only difference between the PNP and the JLP is the spelling. In other words, the two of them is the same. Michael goes on to say, I hope you understand now what I mean when I say that while I am a socialist, I am not really for either of the two major political parties. He goes on to say that I hope you understand now what I mean when I have said for the last 15 years. That the real difference between the PNP and the JLP is in the spelling. And he says, I hope you understand now what I mean when I say that I am a Norman Manleyist. That is Daddy Manley. Well, I don't understand it. Some people really cannot understand that you are not, with what is happening in Jamaica right now, that you are not PNP and you are not JLP. Because as a man said to me a couple days ago, he said, Sister P, look at what the previous administration has done to the country with this whole Tivoli thing. Look at how much it is costing Jamaica for some people to get paid this ridiculous amount of money to have an inquiry. Look at what it has done to the Jamaican people. So tell me now. Tell me. Aren't they not the same? Who is socialist? Who is capitalist? Who is not socialist? Who is not capitalist? So I am not the only person when I see people like Orville Taylor and Louis Moyston, which I know both of them. I know Louis was definitely part of the PNP. And when I hear them saying that this party has lost its relevance, and when I hear people like Michael Burke saying that the only difference is the spelling, because these people don't see the difference, and I cannot see the difference. I see more and more of the same. So before you're out there and when I am talking about education and hospitals and things and go on and saying, Sister P, I want, because you know, they can't even use the word without using sometimes the word dirty, which is another low that we have sung to. No, I am not a dirty nothing. I am just being Sister P, a Jamaican, or somebody born in Jamaica, because really I'm an African, born in Jamaica, who loves this country, and hate to see this tribal, color-coded business mashing up our country and trying to convince me that something is going on. From Cassidy set me up here now. Come in now, so this is either Chris or Fitzroy calling in. Can I say good morning? Good morning. Cassidy, can I put me on speakerphone? What happened? Good morning. No, Cassidy, the red light not up there.
Hello?
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, me I hear you. Kind of breaking up, but me hearing you.
Yeah, me just have to comment about the police officer situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as far as that, I don't mind the police officers them engaging in a public affairs, you know, because we need them to service police officers to get closer to the public and create relationship.
Yes.
What I have a problem with is the way them there on the stage with them gun in him waist, like anybody could have run up behind him and grab that.
That's a problem. That's one of the problems that I have too, Chris.
Yeah, and furthermore, see, it's not all the Jamaicans and people at Jamaica watch this. They're on YouTube all over the world. When people overseas see the police officer in a full uniform and represent the Jamaica Constabulary Force to support the security land, at the worst there, that will put fear, because if you ever tell me, say, yo, income can tell you when to bust your gun, how to bust your gun,
Yeah.
and things, that means that me have to fear you then, because not even the people you supposed to monitor you can tell you nothing as a road officer. And
Yes.
me have to wonder how much I know out there like that. So it's a big concern to have to conduct themselves better in a public, because the world I watch. And just the people them with them stand up in front of.
Well, that is so true. And I said, you know, I don't, and also it makes the good officers look away. And I know I don't have to even talk to them to know that they must be embarrassed because they have worked so hard.
To gain the trust of the public, and then now this one bad apple I got just ruin everything when they work so hard. Like,
It's
people
not.
police in Jamaica from me a baby, from 18 election and probably all before that. And now I see kind of like the relationship between police and the public. It's much better than it was back in the 80s and 90s when I grew up. Right? And when him do this now, this is just set the progress in me over the last 15, 20 years. I'm bringing right back to them places because I'm not going to come people that say, well, look them at it. You see the police will come talk to me, you think them can't come send on to me because the whole of them are the same thing.
That is exactly how some people are going to look at it, yes.
When you the whole line friend them are free the same thing and they want to pick up one another, so I'm not police. You know, all the public are free them things about that. Reality is, there's more people in the public than people on the police force. And you know what, the majority of the people them are saying negative against the police because they're about losing battles.
No, we certainly don't want that. We certainly don't want that because we don't need anymore. We don't need this tribalism in Jamaica. We don't need the citizens against police and orange against green. And we don't need it. We don't need it. We're a small country. We really need to come together as a nation. There's a lot of things happening in the world out there. Anyway, Chris, give thanks. I have a run.
You, Mr. Artless, you're worthless. Pass me soda, my cutlass. Think it's a laughing matter, this. You are trying everything, you have your job set up. And your plan is for one brother to hate the other brother and slay him so Babylon can crush his skull.
Stop. Poor people living in a shacks. Rich I live in a heart attacks. Poor people living in a shacks. Rich I live in a heart attacks. I ain't playing your games. Too much people in bed. I ain't playing your game. I think you're insane. 'Cause people living in the shacks. Rich I live in a heart attacks. Poor people living in the shacks. Rich I live in a heart attacks. Don't wanna live in exile. Don't wanna be called by a number. People on Mimic Island, they kinda living in slumber. White people living in shacks. Rich I live in a heart attacks. Poor people living in the shacks.
African away, send our sons and daughters from the four ends of the earth until South Africa whole night back. Oh, did I want them? Marcus Garvey did I tell them? And Marcus Garvey did I want them? Say Marcus Garvey did I tell them?
He said, rise up in mighty race, stand tall and look them in the face. Life may be rough and tough, but my black man, you can't give up, no.
Marcus Garvey did I want them? When Marcus Garvey did I tell them? Oh, Marcus Garvey did I want them? When Marcus Garvey did I tell them? He said, I who can't hear must feel, and I who can't hear by feel it. He said, I who can't hear must feel.
You know, in life you have to be so careful because you never know who's listening to your program. I just got a call from upstate New York from my nephew that I have never met. Says that he's listening to it, I can tell you. And this is my nephew and he says, good morning, ma'am. You know, yes, some people still have, even though I don't like the word ma'am, but it's just, I've learned that it's a sign of respect.
Marcus Garvey did I tell them what they say, they're gonna leave them north, you're gonna leave them south. They looking all of them, what just a run at them out. Gonna tell them all the truth because we want no lie. lie. Tell them the truth because we want no lie. When I think about the things that Mr. Marcus said, yeah, they never know. I say we never forget.
Got into life tribulation and only seeking for salvation. Oh, ooh, in the teaching and the guidance, the philosophy from the true prophet man. Oh, Marcus Garvey.
And so we say, Marcus Garvey did I warn them. Well, Marcus Garvey did I show them. Warn them, Marcus Garvey did I warn them. Watch it, then Marcus Garvey was I tell them. But not the secret what you know and not the seeds you sow. I show you gonna reap for what the thing you sow. One to others is you would have them do the things you want them do. To you it's our utility. God already, Marcus Garvey did I warn them. Wow, Marcus Garvey did I share it's a warning. Marcus Garvey did I warn them. Marcus Garvey did I tell them.
Equal rights and justice stand for all.
One aim, one God, one destiny.
Ooh-wee. Respect is due to you, respect is due to me. One for you and one for me, and so shall it be. Whoa.
If you want respect, Marcus, first you should show.